We're with Chris Youngblood. What are you doing, man? This is like, first of all, this is like sacred ground, right? To be able to see this.
Yeah.
Kind of is, right?
Right now we're just preheating the grill and the ground.
Yeah.
Everything right here, this is all our pit we made, and it has pre-treated or untreated adobes. Underneath is a vapor barrier. And this is in our shed, which allows us to fire if the wind comes up a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah, because this is completely traditional, right? I mean, this is as traditional as you can get.
I would say the only innovation, like over time, has been kind of the shed, allowing us to fire inside.
Yeah.
Everything else is the same we would do outside on the ground.
Right.
But now we can kind of control the elements.
Yeah.
To a degree.
But it's still dealer's choice to some extent, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's not, that's part of us doing it all the traditional way.
Right.
Is that, we take the risk.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? There's always a risk.
Always.
Yeah.
It's our job to be professionals and try and make the pieces best we can and do everything right.
Right.
But ultimately, for us, it comes down to this. Just the firing, and that tells you whether it comes out successful or not.
Yeah. So you got kindling, but you have lots of manure. What kind of manure do you use?
This is all horse manure.
Yep.
And it's all horse manure. We've kind of, typically we've either mulched it and kind of made it powdery, or like some of this is manure that the horses did a good job, so I didn't have to mulch it. But it's all super bone dry.
Yeah, it has to be, right?
Yeah, it has to be, because if you get moisture into the piece,
you're toast.
That piece absorbs the moisture.
Right.
It will expand or contract.
Right.
And it will either crack or blow up.
Right.
That's why it's so important when we get to this stage that our pieces are really dry.
Yeah.
That's why
your clay, right?
Yeah, our clay.
Yeah.
That way you can't rush the process. If you try to rush it and you didn't dry your piece enough, it'll explode or crack.
And how long would you normally dry a piece?
It just depends on the size and thickness of the piece, but a couple weeks for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I get them to the point where I let them dry after I carve them, and they visibly look dry.
Yes.
Then I sand them, and then I still try to wait a couple weeks to dry them even more.
Because any water in there, when it does it, it's a real problem, right?
It's a real problem.
Yeah. And I'm assuming you've lost some major pieces on occasion.
Yeah, all of us have lost some pieces.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it's more of a spiritual thing. So I understand that my commitment needs to be to the piece and to the work. And if I take it haphazardly, then the piece doesn't necessarily want to come out.
Yeah, makes sense. And who taught you how to fire?
My mom.
Yeah.
She built this shed. Yeah, my mom, Nancy Youngblood. She built this shed, I want to say mid-90s, early 90s.
Oh, wow.
So we've been using this ever since. But we'll still do some black outside occasionally if it's calm. It just depends. I mean, there's years where we've been, all of us, 3 days before market and still need to fire.
Right.
So we've done like the huge, I don't know if you've ever seen like Maria did the, documented the trenches. We've done it, and it sucks. Because it's, you're putting all your work and all your time into one firing.
Yeah.
Next to someone else who did the same, and you hope they
did the job.
Yeah, you hope they did all the things right.
And did your mom learn from Mella?
My mom learned from Mella, and then from my great-grandmother Margaret.
And she probably learned from Serafina, right?
Right.
So, and did you ever get to see your grandmother's fire?
Oh, I did not get to see, my grandmother Mella passed away when I was about 9 months old.
Yeah. And
then my great-grandmother Margaret, I think 9 or 10 years I got to know her.
Yeah.
But I never saw her fire.
Yeah.
So by that time she was in her 90s.
Yeah.
Late 80s.
Yeah. I used to buy pots from Margaret.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how long I've been doing this. Unfortunately,
yeah, she was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a kid, I remember, because we lived here when I was really young,
right?
And we would spend a lot of time here. And I remember going over to her house just in the village,
right?
And she'd always watch baseball or boxing. It was so funny.
And she was such a short little, petite thing, and she made those amazing, big, huge storage.
Almost as big as she was.
Yeah, for sure. And so I know Mella did ribs, right?
I think she did some ribs.
Yeah, I think I've even seen them or maybe even had them. But your mom kind of brought that to the world, right? I mean, in the way that she did it.
Yeah, I would say
Nancy.
she refined it. People were doing melons before
Sure.
her, but in the sense of the S swirl and the, you know, the deep carving, polishing all the way
Right.
down. Yeah, my mom definitely innovated that.
Yeah, because I bought actually Tony roller pieces that your mom's aunt,
Yeah.
that did those. But I remember when Nancy came out with her pieces, and everybody's mind was just kind of blown
Yeah.
because they were so fine. And now you've taken that innovation and used it in some of your pots, right?
Yeah, so I would say, you know, we all kind of, when we're learning, we start to follow what our teacher does.
Right.
So I have done a lot of melons.
Yeah.
I would say currently, my current work is not a lot of melons.
Yeah, not at all, really, right?
But I do try to incorporate the swirls into the pieces themselves in my own way. That's what's taken me kind of time to develop, is my own style. That's
yeah,
not,
well, you've definitely you're there now for sure.
I hope so.
And you're working with a partner too, right?
Right.
With Jennifer, which has kind of opened up another world, right?
It's very cool.
And so when you fire those pots, the ones that you do with Jennifer Tafoya and yourself, who does the firing and where?
So we're actually going to fire one today.
Oh, nice.
It's a big collaboration.
Yeah,
I fire the pieces.
right.
Sometimes Jen will help. Jen has a little bit of an asthma, so I try to keep her out of here unless we absolutely need it.
Right.
Same with my mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll fire here, and then I'll let it cool for a day or two.
Right.
It just depends. And then she'll start etching and putting in the color.
So you got a major pot you're going to fire today.
pretty big piece.
Right. And today is Tuesday. Market is,
This one is not for market.
I was going to say, because you wouldn't be able to get it into market.
Right. We finished all our collaboration work, and work for market is already fired.
Nice.
And done. She's still etching and doing some coloring. But this is an order I have that the person's coming for market.
Okay.
So I want to have it for them.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
had a little time, so I was like, we'll get it done.
Yeah, nice.
I tried to get everything done by market by Saturday morning,
Right,
and then I stopped.
right. Often I've been coming to Santa Fe for 35 years or whatever, and this time of year you just smell the smoke everywhere.
Right.
Like, I mean, how many people you think potters are firing right now?
Around here,
Yeah.
there's quite a bit.
I would think, right?
In the teens, for sure.
Yeah.
Probably today.
Yeah, because they're trying to get ready. They're trying to get.
It's tough. Like, so I try to tell people, because they base everything based on how many pieces are entered
Right.
in the categories,
Right,
and it changes from year to year because our weather changes from year to year.
that's right.
So if it gets real humid and rainy, the loss goes up.
You're right.
So I mean, thankfully, I don't know. I was kind of nervous about it because about 3 weeks ago it was still very humid here,
Yes.
but it's kind of went down since then.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this seems like it would be perfect firing weather. Just perfect.
Oh no, it's absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I mean, not much wind, just not too much humidity.
The only problem is, like, in the summer, like now, if we fire at 2 or 3, it is 95 to 100 degrees outside, and then you can imagine how hot it gets in here.
Oh, I can.
It just gets a little overwhelming.
I may not make it for that part of the fire.
No, we'll be done. We're doing that one earlier.
Yeah.
Fire this one earlier.
So now when we're looking at what you're doing, what is the process that's going on right now?
So right now, I'm just kind of warming up the ground and warming up this grill.
Yes.
So that when I put the piece in, right now it's preheating in this oven.
Okay.
We don't fire it in there. This isn't a kiln.
Right.
This is just to heat it up to 500 degrees.
Yeah.
So that when we put it into the firing, it's not going from room temperature up.
Yeah,
it's
makes
going
sense.
from 500 up, and it has a better chance of
Survival.
survival. Yeah.
Right. And you can get this up to what, 1800
Yeah.
degrees?
You can get up to 1800 degrees.
Wow.
This one will probably be pretty hot because this is the size of the 2x4 that's going to go around.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's a big boy.
Yeah. So I mean, but I've seen fires my mom has done, and a couple I've done, where the flames almost touch the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, look
It's
at that.
so big.
Yeah, you look at that. That's really cool. So you have, what I'm looking at, for those people who can't see it, is just like almost like a cathedral with windows up at the very top. Like, it reminds me of a hogan, actually.
A little bit.
Yeah, just the way it.
We just need to put shutter. The goal someday,
Yeah.
when I get to it, is to put shutters up there so
Yeah.
we can close those.
So you can close it, yeah. And so, a lot of like the top on this piece, that's obviously handcrafted, handmade, right?
Yeah, so are these grills. They're
Yes.
all
So, and
made.
these were made pre-you?
Some of
family
them,
pieces,
some
or
of
did-
them were made for our pieces, for
Yeah.
my personal pieces.
Right.
Some of these grills are older than that.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't necessarily make it for that long. Like there's one on the wall that's kind of, I don't know why that's up there, honestly.
That's because it's cool.
Yeah, I guess.
It is.
We need to take that down.
Plus, you have all your names behind you. When were those put on? You
So,
had Joe's, Sergio.
Every time we fire, we sign the wall somewhere.
All right. Wow.
So we have, 30 years of.
That's very cool.
On the
And
wall.
who came up with that idea? Was it just kind of organic? It just happened?
I'm sure my mom back in the day just randomly wrote on the wall.
Do you know when the first time you wrote on the wall was?
I don't. That's a good question. I've seen a couple of me from 2000.
Yeah, because this was built in basically 33 years ago, give or take. And so how long have you been making pottery?
Since I was 8, yeah.
Yeah, that's usually when it starts.
28 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so for a long time. And so it's a thing. When you're done, when you fired, you're going to sign it somewhere. Each firing?
Yeah, each firing will sign
Wow.
it on the wall.
Wow, that's cool.
Sometimes we etch them in, depending on if Serge is here.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's an 06.
yeah. Nancy, Erica, and Chris. Is that what this says?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. And just, you ever let any other people use this to fire?
There was a time when some of the aunties
Yeah,
would fire in here, but now it's just, there's so many of us now, like
Yeah.
my brother, myself, my mom, Jen's working
Yeah.
here too. It's just too much. We had to stop.
yeah. So you have Serge, Joe, Chris, you.
Yeah, my mom, Jennifer,
and Jennifer. Yeah.
and then Ty, if he does masks. So
Yeah,
there were years where we had a lot of us firing, like not immediate family, and we would almost have to like wait or take, you know what I mean,
Right.
get on the sign-up sheet.
Right.
And it became a little
yeah. It's like I got to get this thing
redundant. for
fired
sure.
too. And do you fire year round?
Yeah. So because we have this shed and we can kind of control the elements, we can fire in the winter.
Yeah.
What we'll do when we fire is in the winter is leave that oven on
Yes.
and try to keep that warming up the room.
Yes.
And sometimes we'll even use a little fireplace. I have one out there, but we'll put it in the corners of the room.
Yeah.
and
Just
to
try to
keep
get it
warm
all
in here.
up. Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, you're a professional artist. That's your career. That's what you do, and you have to be able to get your artwork out, right? So.
Yeah.
And
I mean, typically we don't do shows we'll do miniature shows in the winter,
Yeah.
but we always do our spring show.
Yeah.
So that's, sometimes we're getting pieces done earlier than later.
So you do spring, summer, and fall is really where most of your big major pieces are going to come out.
Right.
Of. So
And then
that's-
winter I use to build inventory or start making big pieces.
So making the pots.
Yeah.
Right. And you go out and get your own clay, right?
We do, yeah. We cultivate and process all our own materials. Everything we use is cultivated by us, processed by us.
Yeah. And is this old clay deposits like Margaret's old clay
Yeah,
deposits
so
and
it's the
things?
same vein she used. It's not in the same exact place because over the years it gets
Gets used
pushed
up,
back,
right?
Yeah.
And that's a process too. That's a hard thing to do, right? It's very physically demanding.
Yeah, we'll go out there, my brothers and Jen and my mom, and we'll fill these trash cans full of clay.
Yeah.
And then we let that sit for like a year or two.
Yeah.
So it can really dry up. And then we start to break it down.
And then you have to clean it.
We do. You have to sift it. We use all sorts of sifters just to get all the impurities out.
Right. Because if you don't have that out there, it's going to pop too.
Right. Look, I mean, some of the older pieces, the more utilitarian time, you could see little stones or pebbles in
Right.
it. And at times they were sifting with like window screen and other things that weren't quite as fine as what we're using now.
And you'll put a temper in your pots as well?
We do, yeah. So we'll add volcanic ash. Mm-hmm. And we'll add that to our clay. that's what gives it its strength. And depending on how big a piece you want to make, you have to adjust that ratio.
Right.
For
I mean,
it.
that's a real art form to get the right amount of temper, the right temper.
Well, that's where like the legacy or the
Yeah.
passing it down comes in handy for sure. Because we've all learned, the correct way to do it from the beginning.
Right.
And then we just keep perfecting it and passing it on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm hoping to see more young potters. That's my.
Well, how old are you, Chris?
I've been the young
Yeah.
potter forever. It
Yeah?
seems like.
How old are you
I'm
now?
36 now.
Yeah, that's pretty young.
Yeah, but I was doing it at 12.
Yeah.
There's not too many at 12 now.
Yeah, it seems like that for me, like just from an outsider looking in at the market, that it's become much more of a fine art market for the people who can actually do it full time. There's still a lot of cottage industry. Wouldn't you say that's true?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, for sure.
But it's hard to make it as a potter. I mean, you have to. It takes 10 years just to kind of even learn your craft, right?
It's true, and like even for us, who I would say we had somewhat of an advantage as my mom as our teacher,
Right.
and learning everything kind of her way, the Nancy correct way. to
Yeah, no,
begin
I
with.
get it. Right.
It still takes. I still don't. I wouldn't consider myself close to a master. I still learn every time I work. It's
Right,
like-
and you've been doing it 30 years now.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it, 30 years, basically.
Yeah.
They're almost.
Oh, this fire's already going on. But yeah, I don't know. It takes a lifetime,
No, it does.
We still learn something new every single time.
So for the people who are listening to this, first of all, I encourage you to watch this because this is a completely visual component too. So Chris is adding more, it looks like juniper?
No, this is cedar.
Oh, cedar, sorry. Cedar kindling to heat up just the metal. And when the metal gets to a certain temperature, then we'll be prepared to take the clay with a pot, which he's worked on for a long period of time. This will be fun to watch. And this is a process. How long does it take you to do something like this, would you say?
Oh, to warm it up?
Yeah, no, just to do the whole firing.
Ooh.
You're going to do one pot today, right?
Yeah, so the firing itself will probably take less than 20 minutes.
Okay.
But then once we cover at a certain point, and you'll see in the video, the piece, when we first start firing it, will start to be covered in soot.
Right.
And it'll be real black and matte looking.
Right.
And we're waiting for that to burn off and get shiny again. And for a black firing, when it burns off and gets shiny, that's when we cover it with horse manure.
Right.
And at that point, we'll fully cover it, and it will take about 2 hours. We'll leave it covered. Then we'll uncover it and put that's why we have these metal tins around.
Yeah.
We'll put it around it and let it cool down slowly. That will take another couple hours.
Yeah.
And then once it's cool enough, we'll pack it up and then kind of stash it away. I put it wherever is the warmest room I have.
Right.
Sometimes I put it in my car if we're going to fire all day because it's hot in there.
Yeah, because you just want it to slowly cool down.
I just want it to, definitely slowly get back to room temperature. There's times if you pull it out too fast and it's still warm. I've had pieces I fired, it felt like room temperature or even cool. I put it on my kitchen table and we had the swamp cooler on, and I was in the other room and you just hear like ting, ting, and you can hear it crack. So I've learned, through the process and trial and error, wait a day or so.
Yeah.
Or if not longer. I mean, there's times you could pull it out and it won't crack. You just never know. That's the problem. There's a lot of people, and I've done it too, where you fire the morning of receiving at India Market, and then you go enter your pot.
Right.
And that's just always so scary to me.
Because it could still pop.
Yeah. I can only imagine it looks great. You take it there, and then in the old Sweeney Center or the convention center now, it's cool in there. So
It's very cool in there. Yeah. So I mean, it takes a while.
And because these are most of the work now we do is collaboration between myself and Jen.
Right.
She has to work on it after the firing, so
Yeah.
we have to give her time anyway.
Yeah, because that takes a very long time, I assume, for her.
Yes, it takes her
Such a.
couple days just to get it roughed out,
Yeah.
and then she has to paint all the color in.
Yeah, did a video the other day. I don't know if you saw that, but I bought one of her pots.
Oh, yeah, I did see your
and
video.
just to see that pot,
That was one of my favorite pots. The
God, I love
octopus.
that pot. Yeah, I love that pot. So it was like, that's actually in a show right now.
That's
My
awesome.
Native Voices show at our
that's cool.
museum. So yeah, I had to sneak it out of there and put it back in. So do you sleep okay the night before you're doing
I would
this?
say it took me 20 years before I finally have found my zen
Yeah, okay.
when firing. I was always a little irritable and high strung and over energetic to fire these pots, and it was tough. You know, I made it not just tough on me, but I made it tough on everyone
Sure, of course.
because it's just so stressful.
It is, massively.
But now I've gotten to the point where I try to make sure we're all calm, it's cool,
Right,
and I've had more success because people aren't frantically running around.
right, yeah. And then maybe that allows you, when you do have something where it doesn't come out, it blows up or it has a problem, that you can deal with it easier too.
Right, and
just,
I've tried not to get emotionally attached until
Yes.
I know they've come out 100%.
yes. Yeah, it's kind of just part of the journey until
Right.
it actually shows itself as a piece of art,
I
right?
try to think of it like, if the piece is meant to come out and I did everything right, it will come out.
Yeah,
If there's something going on and it's not meant to come out, I've had pieces where I've gotten a commission and it took me 4 or 5 times to get that piece out.
mm,
And it made me question, was this piece meant to go to that person? You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because when I finish a piece and someone buys it or they commission it or whatever, wherever it goes, a part of me is in that piece. And every time I see pieces from like 10, 15 years ago, I see certain pieces, I can tell exactly, it brings back exactly what was going on in my life at that
I bet.
time. So,
right. Not
I-
only that, but I'm sure you can remember making the piece, everything associated with it.
right.
Yeah.
Like this year, you know, we kind of got a late start because there's some health issues in our family. So I'm happy everything came out, but it was a super grind that it wasn't normally.
Mm,
We turned, 10 weeks of work into 7 weeks of work.
mm.
And that just meant we had to work from like 7 to 1 in the morning every night.
Yeah, I don't think people maybe even realize how hard it is to be a professional ceramicist, potter, that you're working from 7 to 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, for months at a time and at occasion. And when I think about this, what you do as an artist compared to other artists, it's kind of a different road, because in your world, you like you said, you don't know it's going to be even a piece until you've gone through everything. I mean, a painter paints a painting. Yeah, it might not be great and they could scrape it, but they pretty much know at the end it's done, right?
Right.
I mean, they don't have to worry that, the paint's going to fall off or something.
And for us, everything comes down to this.
Yeah.
And like, I always joke with Jen now that we do collaborations, she always gets perfect pots, well, perfect, successful pots when she's doing her part.
Right.
Because she doesn't get it if it's not successful.
Right.
So it's like all my work is before the firing, which is the scary part.
Right. I'm sure she would say, hey, there's a lot there that
Right.
I can screw up on Sgraffito, but she probably has to be one of the great Sgraffito artists.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, right? I mean,
I'm not sure anyone's doing what the amount of detail she's doing.
no.
And then now that we're able to work together full time and kind of increase the scale,
Yes.
it's becoming
Even more.
more apparent how good she really is.
Yeah, both of you. It probably brings out the best of both of you, I imagine.
I like it because I get to focus on the things I like to do.
Yes.
Which is making, carving, and then my favorite is polishing. And she gets to focus on etching and color, which is her favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And she does the designing. Like, we'll design it together. I put my inputs in there. We'll draw it out.
Yes.
And then I'll adjust it based on polishing, because sometimes she'll get too thin and intricate. And when you're polishing it with a stone by hand, sometimes that can get mush.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure we have enough leeway there. But she's the one who draws it on the piece.
Yeah, and she does that after.
After it's
Fine.
leather hard,
Yeah.
she'll draw it on, and then I'll start to carve it.
So polish, sgraffito and carving happen right after it's
The sgraffito and the color
Yep.
happens right after the firing.
right.
We carve it before it's made, carved,
Right.
and polished before.
Right. Yeah. So you do basically and who makes the pot itself?
I do, yeah.
So you're making the pot, you're carving the pot, you're polishing the pot.
I insist that she sands too. So
Okay.
we both sand because sanding is the worst.
Yeah. And why is that?
It's just so remedial. That's one of the longest processes.
Oh, really?
Especially for us who do like carved and sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers of carving.
Right.
You need to get every layer smooth, every edge smooth, and it just takes time. And it's all by hand with little pieces of sandpaper
Right.
and carving tools.
Right.
So it just takes a long time.
And that's all done by feel as far as when it's done, you know.
Yeah, so I'll just look at it. What I typically do is I'll look at it from like multiple directions.
Yes.
Or even like orientations. And then I'll put it down if I think I'm done. Jen will look at it like a little bit later.
Right.
She'll find something.
Right.
Then she's like, I think it's done. I think it's done. You look at it again, and then I'll find something. The problem is you could just
Do it
find
forever.
something forever. So we have to find a point in which it's done.
And you have to get it for her, she has to have it as perfect as possible before she can do her sgraffito
Right,
after the
so
firing, right?
We make sure like everything that's going to be polished is perfectly smooth before I polish it.
Yeah.
But like the background, like as of recently, we've done like 7 layers of carving
Wow.
down. So like every layer has to be smooth
wow.
and edged
Yeah.
out perfectly.
Ooh,
And that's
That's a
what's
lot.
taking a lot of time.
I believe it.
And then the polishing, some of these pieces, they can have between 15 and 45, 50 sections of polishing. And I do it in sections. I don't do the whole piece all at once.
Right.
Each section takes between 45 minutes to 2 hours, depending on the color.
Oh, wow. And these are all rocks that have handed down polishing stones that were given to you or from your mom or grandmother? Or
One of them I found, one was given to me from my mom. I actually spent the first 15 years of polishing using my mom's stones and I've grown to love them so much.
I bet.
I put a claim in on them, hopefully. But she's been using those stones for 50 years.
Yes.
And one of the stones was passed from my great-grandmother Margaret, and then before her, my great-great-grandmother Serafina.
Wow.
So I want to continue on using that stone. I love it and hope we can continue using that stone.
And who taught you to polish?
My mom.
She did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then she's particularly good at that, I think.
Yeah. I would say that's kind of, besides the deep swirls and the melons, she's known for her polish.
Yeah, her polishes are unbelievable. I think the whole Tafoya clan has really,
We had good teachers along the way.
yeah, really, really.
Well, and then you
strong.
try to perfect it and add on to it,
Right.
So for me, in the sense of adding on to it, would be like we're experimenting now, me and Jen, with like different colors of slip to polish,
Yeah.
and just trying to get as intricate as we can.
And how many stones do you usually use?
I have 3 main stones,
Yeah.
but I probably have hundreds of stones. Some of them I haven't tried yet or broken them in, and others, I don't know, it's tough. When you find the right one, you just want to use that one.
No, I could see it.
But like as we get bigger, I've had to incorporate a bigger stone
Right.
to cover more surface area at a time.
And when you get one of those, is it just like, I would just say almost meant to be that you're walking or you look and something appears, a
Yeah.
stone?
Yeah,
Yeah. It seems like that's how that would
it's
happen.
usually how it happens.
Yeah.
Here's Jen right here.
Oh, we're talking all about you. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. We're talking about you have to be part of the sanding.
Yeah.
Talking about how all my work is before the firing,
Yeah.
and then it's like a test, a litmus test here of how well did I do.
Yep.
And I said, whenever you get a piece from us to work on, like for me, that it's a successful piece, because
Yeah.
otherwise you wouldn't
Yeah.
work on it.
Basically, yeah.
And that's what I said. I said, well, I bet she has a few things she might want to say about that.
Yeah.
So we have Jennifer Tafoya who just joined. This is, again, we're doing a firing, so people are coming and going that are involved in this. Chris and I were just talking about the process of what's going on here and how your role of well, we both said you're kind of the greatest graffito artist living right now. So when you get these pots, when they come from you, a lot of times you maybe can't come out because of asthma. He said that, so not me. But what's the feeling when you know it's firing and maybe you can't be in here because of the smoke? You have to wait and see, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
You've already, right?
Yeah, basically I have to wait until like after it's gone through the curing process after the firing.
Right,
So when it's completely cooled off and
right.
and we know, and he tells me that it's okay for me to work on, then
Yeah.
then I'll start doing my thing.
Yeah, because that's a scary time too, right? I mean, it
Yeah.
could just, even though you get through the whole process, you lay it in the wrong place or whatever, it just cools down too fast and you can get ding.
Yeah, that is the scary part, So I think the whole firing process is just like
I can see it on your face,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's like it's always like the huge risk,
Right.
So
Well, you have so much effort and energy into each pot. I mean, how many pots can you even do in a year?
like the bigger pots.
Yeah, let's talk about those.
Maybe 5.
5. Yeah, so think about that. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, thinking about 5 pots a year, 20 years, right? That's 100 pots. That's
Yeah.
so when you get one of your pots, yours and with this kind of work, I mean, it's a big component of who you are. It's just a section of your life,
Yeah.
1/10 or 1/100th of each of your life in each one of these pots. I have that octopus pot that I look at, and I see it, and I'm just still so amazed from the day I bought it till now, which is like 3 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, it was 3 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm sure every one of these that makes it through the firing, the cooling, and you actually get to find a new home they're like your kids in a weird way, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're both putting in this effort, because he's making the piece, and then I'll design some of the designs on it, and then he'll carve it out,
Right.
and then we'll both do the sanding, and he'll do the polishing.
Yeah.
Then I do the cleanup and the applying of the micaceous clay, and then get everything ready, for the big moment here, and then
Right.
just hope it comes out.
Right.
And then when it comes out and we're happy, and then we're like, okay, I got more work to do. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, and then it's like, oh yeah, I've got work to do. Yeah, and you're doing sometimes like 7 layers of
Yeah,
carving, right?
I've done
Yeah.
up to like 7 layers.
Wow.
So he'll do like the initial carving out, and then I'll draw some more lines, and then he'll do some more carving, and
Right.
so
And-
it just depends on.
And in your mind, you have something kind of, I assume you have an idea of really what it needs to be. Do you
Yeah.
draw it out on the pot at all, or do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume you have to. I mean, they're
Yeah.
paintings, basically. You basically paint with carving, is what it looks like
Yes.
to me. I mean, when I look at that, it's almost hard for me to comprehend because it is so much like a painting that you've just carved out.
Yeah, and then I think like one of the hard parts too is when we're deciding where to put the cuts in it,
Yes.
because we got to make sections in it, because it is a carved piece.
Yeah.
And then we also got to decide where we're putting each of those cuts that's going to complement the sgraffito too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really, you almost have to be like an engineer kind of mindset, right? Really 3-dimensional type of imagery in your
Yeah,
brain.
and that is the whole purpose of what we're trying to do. We're trying to make the best we can,
Right.
and the 3-dimensional, that was something that I seen on one of the pots that we did, and I was just keep trying to recreate it.
Yeah. Which pot was that, dude? Uh
There was one with a deer on it,
huh.
and it had a mountain lion on the background,
Oh, yeah.
and the deer looked like it was about ready to step
out?
off the pot.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I seen that, and I was like, that is amazing. I want to keep trying to do that again.
Yeah. Well, you're young. I mean, you've been, well, Chris says he's been making pots almost 8, he's 36, almost 30 years. When did you start making pottery?
About probably around the same age.
About
Yeah.
8. And who taught you how to make pottery?
Both my mom and dad.
They did. And tell us their names so people know.
Ray and Emily Tafoya.
Oh yeah, I know who they are.
Yeah.
And who taught you the sgraffito?
Both my
They both
parents.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they're kind of known to be able to do that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my mom taught me a lot of the making of it and the polishing, and then my dad taught me how to do the sgraffito
The
and
fine stuff, yeah.
and the designs and the meaning of the designs, and so.
And was there a point where he looked at your work and go, she's better than me?
No, unfortunately, he passed away when I was like, I think 14.
Oh,
Yeah, so he didn't get to see, my evolution
Right.
of my designs until
yeah. But your mom did.
here. My mom did.
Yeah.
She's still alive.
Yeah,
just
lovely. Yeah, what is
very
she?
impressed of my work.
Yeah, I mean, well, best of show. Let's just start there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was just, you were so humbled too when you got that.
Oh yeah, it was just like
Yeah.
it definitely was jaw dropping.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that was an inflection point for your career? I mean, I guess it has to be as far as,
Yeah,
I mean, I
absolutely.
would think so. Yeah, I mean, because now everybody knows who Jennifer Tafoya is. And, and I love the fact that you and Chris are doing this collaboration because it almost gives you an entire different lane to work in, right? You can do
Yeah.
bigger pots and things like that. And but you're still doing some of your own work, right?
Yeah.
Just alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those ones are also, I'm not trying to say, just kind of thought.
Yeah, it's okay. We literally said
it just went poof.
you're out here
Yeah.
firing. You're focused on firing. I come up and say, "Hey, let's just start talking." So I get
Yeah.
it.
I think the design process for each of them are
Yes.
totally different, but then also the same.
Yes.
So
And what's the different part?
because I'm putting all of the design into it after the firing versus the carving, we're doing a lot of it, or how about half of it before the firing, and I've already got to get all of my designs and our designs on the piece,
Right.
and then after the firing, then it's just detail. Whereas on my pieces, it's a completely polished pot, and then I got to figure out everything from there.
Yeah.
So.
Where do those inspirations for what you want to do on a pot? Where do they come from? I know Russ Hoover had a shirt that had some designs.
Yeah.
You go, that's cool.
Yeah, well, I know that one year he came up to me and he was like, "Look at my shirt. You gotta try something like this.
Right.
You gotta try these octopus." And I was
God,
like,
I love the octopus.
"Okay, yeah, I'll do it." It comes from everywhere. It comes from, shirts.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Comes from nature.
Yeah.
It comes from TV.
Yeah. Like what?
Like I like watching a lot of documentaries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, sometimes I see maybe a picture on there and that really, interests me.
Resonates.
Yeah.
And do you find as you grow as a master ceramicist that you look for those images that you go, that would be hard to do. I want to try that one.
Yeah.
I can say, because
I like the challenge. Yeah.
Octopus is really hard. There's a lot to do on that.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Because you got all of the tentacles. And,
Yeah.
And then getting the proportions right and the aspects right, and it's like, I think probably the hardest would be buildings, because I have done.
Yeah.
I've done at least one with a building, and the perspective on that one was so hard.
Is there anything you wouldn't try to put on there? Like human faces or something like that? Or maybe they just don't interest you?
I have done one.
Okay.
A long, long time ago. I was just trying it out and seeing if I could do it.
Right.
Yeah, but it doesn't really interest me as much. So.
Yeah, because I would think you really have, you're an artist, right? You're a complete creative, that it has to resonate with you pretty deeply because you're going to be doing this for a long time, right?
Yeah.
How long does it take you to make, like my little pot, how long would it take you to carve
Gosh.
something like that?
Like just the etching part alone?
Yeah, just the etching part.
That took me probably like 50 or 60 hours.
Yeah, wow.
Because you're just scratching little tiny,
Right.
little individual,
Right,
like each of the lines is just real, one at a time.
right.
And I have no idea how many scratches I did in that.
Yeah, a lot, I can assure you. And so do you have something that for this year's market, and we're not going to put this out until you get through market, but that really excited you, that was one that you go, oh yeah.
Yeah, I do have.
Yeah.
I do have all 3 of them anyway that we're still working on right now.
Yeah, so you'll have 3 pots for,
Yeah, at least. So.
yeah. Yeah, because I went over to Charles King just to see if there anything. I was like, anything? And he goes, I'll buy one. If you, he's like, nope.
Nope.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, the last one we took, it was like sold in
seconds.
maybe, yeah,
see-
not even an hour.
See, I think that's the
Yeah.
beauty of Indian Market, honestly, because it allows people that couldn't get one of your pots maybe to have the opportunity. They're going to have to get in line, or they're going to have to get there early, but it gives them the opportunity to get something, you know, if they want one of, you know, in my opinion, having you, Chris, and your pots, or your pots, or Chris Alone's pots, any of these are pieces that have, if you're a serious Pueblo pottery collector or ceramic collector, you better have one of your pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'd like to get another. I am going to get another one. Whether I'll be able to get one this year or not, you know, it
Yeah.
depends on, you know, the gods and how much people want to get in line. I have a feeling as time goes on that line's going to start earlier and earlier for you guys.
Yeah.
I think so.
Like all I'm hoping for is that there's no fights at our booth.
Does that happen sometimes that people really?
Yeah, I've had probably some of the craziest fights that I've seen there.
Yeah, because somebody says I was here first, and they said no, I was here.
I remember one year I had like a bunch of people like all crowded around my booth, and they were picking pieces up off. They were holding it like this, and they were like literally fighting over one piece, like yelling at each other. And I was just like, wow, you guys need to calm down.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put the rest of my pots out.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and also it's really disrespectful to pick up a pot.
Yeah,
with
I mean,
that.
but the way they were holding
Yeah,
it, they
yeah.
were holding it like
I
like
own it.
eggs or something, you
Oh,
know,
that's
just
so funny.
in the crook of their arm. And I was just like, and then we've had some other crazier ones even recently, huh? Ah,
Yeah, I get it. That's Chris going, yeah, we don't have to go into those. I'm sure there's stories there.
is that so? Just behave.
Well, there's only so much art that you guys can make in a lifetime,
Right.
right? And so people, as they start to figure it out and go, oh, these are like the masters. This is the Margaret Tafoya of their day, you know,
I don't know if I'd say that, but yeah.
No, I think that's a fair statement. I can say it.
Okay.
You know, you may not because of your heritage.
It's
but
so limited about, you know, we can only, because it's just us two working on these pieces,
Yeah.
we only have a certain amount of time, so we can only get out, especially like our larger to medium sized pieces, can maybe do 10 mediums
Yeah,
and a handful of large a year.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's Tony Day kind of numbers right there. I mean,
it's just, it's tough because we, you know, especially now that we're combining our talents and not working separately, it's tough. Because, you know, each piece is, instead of, for me, it would be like 80 to 100 hours, but now together, 200 to 300 hours
Wow.
a piece.
It's a lot of time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the art form you've chosen, or it chose you.
Yeah.
Did it choose you? I kind of wonder. Yeah, I would think it might have, right? I mean,
Chose me.
you were just kind of. That's your journey from the beginning. You probably knew it very early. I would
I,
assume.
Oh,
did,
yeah.
I didn't know she knew.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, it was my pretty much my career since I was like 18. So
Yeah, that's really something. Yeah. And it's a hard journey, right? I mean, people see, oh, you're doing so well and everything.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
talk
it's
about when you were 18 to 28. How did that go?
it was an interesting journey because like I would have both collectors and I'd have galleries telling me, you know, you should do this on your pieces. You need to do this, like change your design just a little bit. And I'm like, okay. And so, you know, I took them into consideration and I started, you know, just tweaking it a little bit. And
Right.
then I noticed that they were starting to look better. And so then I also had, you know, other ideas too, and just started, you know, I guess drawing better.
Mm-hmm.
And my shapes of my pieces, they were still in, you know, in progress, but
And do you ever
Yeah.
draw or do art, you know, flat art,
Yeah.
two-dimensional art?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would have to believe that you could do really great drawings and really great, I mean, if you can do what you can do on a pot, it seems like, to me, just as a gallerist, it seems like, well, there's another place for you to be
yeah.
able
Well,
to
I have a
explore.
sketchbook of, you know, stuff that I want to try, and I have put on the pieces on there.
Yeah,
so.
and just things that you could sell flat art-wise, too.
I
you know?
probably could if
You
I-
definitely could.
Yeah.
I just don't choose to.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah, we're trying to. So many artists are like branching out into multiple mediums.
Yeah.
which is cool, and I respect that. But for us, I don't know. It takes a lifetime to master one, so
I
just
get
keep
it.
trying to get better at it.
I get it. Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah. Like
And-
I'll paint a little bit, but it's mostly like for myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm jealous in the sense of when you were younger starting out, how free it was, you know? And I didn't feel that same way. It was different for me.
In what way?
Well, because I had my mom.
Yeah. Well, that's
So
hard.
it was like, you know, everyone would be like, your mom's the best.
No, it's
You
very
gotta be-"
difficult.
You know, and I would always try to compare my pieces at an early age.
Yeah, that's-
and I was like, gosh, I'll never be able to do work like you do.
Right.
And it, you know, just every year I've tried to get better and better, and slowly getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're there.
Well, no, but it's just it's tough, you know. Like, especially, I think one thing the collectors and people who buy work and admire it need to know is that, like, for most artists, we spend 10, 15 years really struggling in the beginning just to
sure.
pay the bills
Yeah,
and
for sure.
make ends meet. So when you see someone who, when you're going around and asking them their price and trying to negotiate, it's tough. Like, I'm open when people do that, but we're pricing it based on our time and
Yeah.
how much work has gone into it, not
Yeah.
necessarily just on what the ruler says for height or width.
Right. Well, and also if they try to do that in Indian market, they're not going to get a pot
No,
because there's 3 people behind them waiting.
Yeah.
but yeah, you know, it is until even our collabs, we really haven't found our groove till the last couple of years.
I believe that.
So,
it takes yeah, I
it
mean,
takes
well,
time.
it's a journey too, right? You have to figure out how each of you work,
Yeah.
what your strong points are, what you want to do.
How to work around each other, that's the tough one
I
too to
bet.
learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone has their own ways of working.
Right.
Yeah, we have butt heads a couple of times. so-
Sometimes.
And what is that when
Yeah.
that happens? Is it design issues?
Yeah,
or-
it's mostly design issues.
yeah.
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 I, she's learned over time what I need, though, in
Yeah.
terms of, like, sometimes too fine of detail early, not later.
Yeah.
So, like, in the etching, it's great, but in the carving,
Not great.
it's hard because
Oh, yeah, I
when
can
you're
see
carving
it.
deep, they can break off,
Right.
and you lose that part, and you can't put clay back at that
No.
point.
No.
Yeah, that it has been a learning process.
But no.
And me, I've never really done carved pieces, until we started collaborating.
Right.
So
But now that we're married, she's the boss, so
Yeah.
it works.
As it should be. Well, my wife and I work together and have for 25 years, and yeah, it's a process. Each person has to find their groove or what it is that they bring to the table, not only as an artist in your case, but you also have a relationship,
yeah,
right? Which is number one.
Yep.
And then, but
Right. The
It's-
hard thing for me is my whole career I've sacrificed, like, the body and mind or mental health for the grind.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how long I have to stay up. I'm getting it done.
yes,
And that, I think now that we've worked together, we're doing better at planning more ahead.
Yes.
And doing it at a healthier pace.
yes,
Because there was times we would fire 2 days before market and we hadn't slept in 3 days.
Yeah,
We
that's
just-
really bad.
We've just been working. We
And-
don't really do that now. We get more sleep than I've ever gotten, which
yeah,
is
yeah. Well, you also have somebody you can bounce things off of. I mean, and in a
Totally.
very deep,
good. And I've learned
way,
so
right?
much from Jen.
Yeah.
It's nice because I've only learned one way and then kind of adapted that into my own way.
Right.
And then to learn someone else's outside perspective of
Yeah.
how she does it,
Completely.
I've learned
different,
some really cool tricks, which
yeah.
is
The
nice.
same for me too. So
Yeah, I could see that. It just makes you better,
Yeah, for sure.
which is really interesting because you're both at high pinnacles, but working together collaboratively allows you to bring it up maybe even a higher notch.
I think so.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that's why we like doing collaboration so much because we're doing something that hasn't really been done yet, and we're introducing it to the market. The idea of deep carved, multiple layer
right.
pieces, but with sgraffito and color.
Right. Right.
So we can make it more realistic or lifelike, or tell a story on the piece, which is really cool.
Right, and also you can have like somebody who's one of the best for polishing because you've learned it through your generation too, and so you can take that aspect. So I mean, your pots stand out clearly, and both of you still do your own work separately to some extent.
To some extent, yeah.
Yeah.
We still do, not as much though. As
Yeah. I think it's healthy though to have that outlet just for your own whatever creativity, whatever, you know.
But now, for me, the hard part is I'll do a piece and I'll be like, oh, it would look so good if she etched and put color on it. That's the hard part.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's really funny. But I could get it. I could see it.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
you've
like,
been doing this now for 3 years together?
I think we did our first collaboration 10 years ago at the Herd.
2016.
2016, yeah, that's 10 years
10
ago.
years ago.
We
Wow.
won a first on that one, which
Wow.
was cool. We did an octopus on one side. I got to show you because you have that octopus piece.
Yes.
And on the other side, we did koi. And
So nice.
the funny story about that is I handed that piece to her a day and a half before we got to the Herd,
Yeah.
not knowing how long it takes her to work. So she stayed up.
Yeah.
She stayed up 24 hours to get that piece.
Did
done.
she say anything to you?
Oh, yeah, she said
Yeah,
something.
okay, good.
But now, I try to give
can't
her
do this,
a
No.
lot more time, except for before market. Like,
Yeah.
if we finish a couple pieces and we have time, to me, it's like, let's just keep working up till the end.
Yeah, well, this is the time, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
because people
this
are going to
is-
be there. There's going to be 100,000 people there. In the
Yeah,
park.
more.
Yeah.
And it's not only just the sales, too, and all that, but it's just the recognition and people getting to see you and your work.
Totally.
You know, I think it would be good. You may already do it, but just to leave a pot that's sold out just so people.
Yeah, we
can-
do that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
We
right?
usually, like, let's say we sold out in the morning. We'll ask them, can we display this till maybe 2?
Yeah.
And just have people, because pictures
No.
isn't the same as
It's
seeing
not
it in
not
person.
not at Pottery especially.
Yeah.
It's and to be able to turn it and to just,
Yeah, we have little wheels
Yeah.
that have motorized, so it can turn slowly
oh, that's very cool.
in the booth.
Yeah, because I'm sure you don't want people handling your pots, right?
No.
No.
I mean, first of all, people have rings on. You don't know if they know what the hell they're doing.
Rings, lotion,
Yeah. And they-
oils.
Fry bread, fingers.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I never pick up anything without asking, and have no problems if it's and I obviously know what I'm doing. I've been doing pottery. My first piece I collected was Santa Clara. Still have it. I was 8.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it is it's your livelihood and it's your art and it's very personal. And I think people have to realize whoever's listening to this or watching it, make sure when you go to any place, Herd, Indian Market, that you ask if it's okay
Always
to
ask.
pick
Yeah.
up. And
I would say like 90% of the time, the artist is going to say, I can pick that up for you and
Correct.
show it to you.
right,
That's what
right,
we do.
right. And I actually am cool with that too, even because until,
And for us,
but
I
if
like
I pick
to-
it up, I'm probably buying it. So.
I like to
Yeah.
bring it out into the light, in sunlight.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it shows like all of their detail and the colors and everything,
Yeah.
especially with our pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you guys are doing is really incredible.
And here in a little bit, I'll show you what we're bringing to market.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, and we won't. This will air after that, so
Cool.
people won't have an advantage or disadvantage. They have to. Everybody plays by the rules.
Yeah. I'm going to find some new system. That's my new goal.
Yeah, it sounds like one of the things you could do is actually just give a number if somebody shows up and is willing to stay in that line and saying, okay, here's your number. Can't leave.
Yeah, we could do that.
I
I don't know. It's tough because it's like I have people who have been patrons of mine for 15 years,
I get it.
and it's like you've supported me for
Right.
so long. If I want to be like, if you want the piece, it's yours. But I
Indian
have to.
market's
I
a
have to
different
let
thing.
new collectors have an opportunity as well.
So
I
important
try to
for
make
your
it
collection.
as fair as I can.
Yeah, that's right. And it's really important I think, for your careers that other people get a piece, right?
Right.
Because if I hadn't have gotten a piece of your work because it's all other people already got it, and I got there fairly early, then I don't have that same bond as I could. I think art really does make a bond
Totally.
to the artist.
Especially coming and seeing a firing.
Oh, yeah. Oh my
So
God.
we like
Yeah.
to bring clients
sure.
out or anyone who's kind of new to the pottery world. There's no pressure to buy, no fee to come here.
Right.
We'll invite you out, come see a firing.
The key is invite.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Right.
Don't just show up,
Don't just
obviously.
show up.
But if you're interested, reach out to the gallery or anyone.
Yeah.
Or find us at market, or reach out to us on Facebook.
Right.
And we'll have you to a firing, come see it. Because it really does build an emotional and experiential
Yeah.
experience.
I think it
that
also gives you understanding how difficult this
Right.
process is. I mean,
Yeah.
this is one of the hardest art forms there are, really.
And you're looking at hundreds of years of refinement and
Yeah.
continuing on the tradition. And not, not a lot of potters fire traditionally anymore.
No, most don't.
It's not as common as it once was.
Well, it's a risk.
Yeah.
It's a big risk. And if you're doing 10 pots a year, big, medium to big pots, that's,
Well, even one,
oh yeah,
hurts.
that could be a major component of your entire income for that year, which is really interesting. And so how do people get a hold of you? Do you have separate Instagram, Facebook sites?
We do.
Yeah.
We do currently.
Yeah.
What are those so people can find you?
You can just look up my name,
Yeah,
Jennifer Tafoya,
Yep.
on Facebook, and then on Instagram it's Jen_Tafoya
Okay.
with
Yeah.
2 N's.
I think that's the one I watch.
Yeah.
My Instagram is Youngblood is that underscore
Yeah.
pottery.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. There you have that.
But yeah, we'll be at market, whoever's comes out. We have business cards and we'll talk to anyone.
Oh yeah, and that's the way to do it because basically you're artists that are holed up in your world doing your thing, and you're not out there that often, unless you may be doing something at a gallery like at the one here in Santa Fe, Charles King, or they can come and see you here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way.
We kind of like to, once indie market's over, then we disappear and
You should.
do our own thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's important. I mean, because you can burn out.
Yes.
Totally. I mean,
It's
this,
a-
I think this is one of the last 2 years have been some of the busiest years.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I can imagine. Well, I got news for you. It's only going to get
Yeah.
worse.
It's
So-
it's exciting too though,
Yeah.
to work on new pieces, try new things.
And now we're always trying new designs and new techniques, and
Yeah, yeah, that pushes
Yeah.
that's key. I think that's really artists that I represent. They always are doing. They're trying something a little different. They're trying to find another level of their own creativity.
We had people out here yesterday for a firing,
Yeah.
and one of the guys asked me what would be like the crowning jewel or pinnacle of a piece we could make,
Yeah,
and I thought about it, and I think like a 3-foot tall storage jar,
Yeah.
carved and etched with
the
color.
whole thing around. Oh yeah.
yeah, I just think that there probably isn't one
No, there definitely isn't one.
because
No, because once we
we're-
do that, it'll
yeah,
get bigger.
Yeah.
yeah, because we're gonna keep trying to top it and top it and
Yeah.
top it.
That's the exciting part.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I remember being over at Luann's house 30 years ago, and she had a huge storage jar like this, and it was all dry and everything, but there was a little crack at the bottom of the thing. She had gone too deep, I guess, in her carving and in her scraping. And I said, "So, what are you going to do with this jar? It's beautiful." She goes, "The river." She goes, "It's going in the river." I go,
Yeah, I grew up, my mom, whenever the pieces wouldn't come out,
Yeah.
or they had a blemish,
"Yeah,
they become doorstops in our
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
It was just so bizarre walking around.
yeah." And so, what do you guys do when something like that happens?
I don't know. So I keep it for ourselves.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
display
makes
it in my
sense.
cabinet.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense actually.
No,
I
unless
always-
it's a catastrophic failure, then it just goes outside in
Yeah.
the dirt.
Yeah, back to the dirt.
But I would say a lot
Yeah.
of the time our failures come the halfway point,
Yeah.
like in the drying or carving process.
Right.
So at that point, we can still, before it's fired, break it down and reuse the clay.
Yes. Yeah.
And if it's during a firing, then it's
Then it's
di-
gone.
it's gone.
Then it
Yeah.
displays in our cabinet.
Yeah. Or like I said, unless it's a catastrophic failure, then
Are you
And
ready?
we're walking on it.
yeah.
I think they're ready.
All right. Cool. Thank you guys very much for
Thank
taking
you.
the time for doing this. We'll watch the rest of this show, and we'll see Joe. He's about to do a red firing, right?
Yeah, this will be
And,
exciting.
all right. Cool.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, wait till we fire the
You want to set your grill up?
Yeah.
Let's hold on, lift it up real quick.
Oh.
A little hot?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Get some more manure.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna rake that up, and then I'll put it through the filter. All right.
I'm
gonna build a filter. You grab it.
You want to do the door for me though?
Yeah. I'm gonna start putting the kiln. All right. I know, I've been hacking up all day. Okay, sorry.
Do you just use normal gloves,
It's on
or
the
do
right.
those have asbestos kind of stuff?
What's up?
The gloves.
Normal gloves for this,
Yeah.
but then typically we'll use welding gloves.
Yeah, makes sense.
Don't forget to turn it
It's just I lose some dexterity with those heavy
Yeah.
gloves. So if it's not too hot, I'll use just regular gloves.
All right, so Serge
gonna
has
burn
the
off.
pot.
Looks good. Yeah.
Did you want to let them see what the pot was?
I mean, I think you'll see it.
Yeah, I don't want to take it off because I don't want the responsibility of.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
I might die.
Yeah,
Once-
yeah, I don't want to.
So what we'll do once it's fully fired,
We will be able to show you.
we'll
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
open it right away,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to make sure it fired out completely.
Yeah,
Because if it didn't, then we'll have to redo the firing real quick.
yeah.
Is that thing pretty thick?
just on that.
They're just like,
Is that good? You think?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you need lighter fluid?
Yeah. Can you grab some, Joe?
We could do this fire in the shed, but it gets so hot.
Hold on, that might catch.
Oh.
I asked and he said, yeah.
No, I said get lighter fluid. I didn't mean like put it on. Yeah. Well, hurry up. Just making me work faster. It's definitely gonna catch.
so after the fire, you want to avoid smoke as much as possible.
Right.
When the pot is red hot,
Yes.
it will absorb the smoke like a sponge.
Yes.
Yeah, if we're not careful, we'll have to fire it multiple times.
To get rid of the smoke that got
Yeah.
on it.
But today's a pretty good day. It's not too windy.
But right now, a little smoke isn't going to hurt it.
Yeah, no, that'll all burn away.
And how do you decide whether you want a red or a black pot?
Honestly, I've made pieces that I intended to be. I've made pieces I've intended to be black and then pivoted to red, and vice versa.
Just because that was you just aesthetically? Or,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
that good?
Like the piece that
I don't put too much.
we're firing again on Thursday, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
But the piece I made for Thursday, I intended it to be red, and then as I was working on it more, I was like, this would look really good black. So, because it's basically at the polishing state that you decide.
Mm-hmm. And do you always work as a team?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, there's a lot of the process that you just can't do alone, which I will say Jen does pretty good at firing alone. I remember I fired with her once and I just like stood out of the way.
Yeah, because it looks like a dance almost.
It
Can you
is.
get wind block?
Yeah,
know?
and you'll see with the black one, which I'm sure you've seen
so.
black
I have.
firings, but it gets intense.
Yeah, I always feel a little anxious being around it because if anything goes wrong, it's like,
Yeah,
the white guy was there.
I try to like not think about it
Yeah, well, I think that's, yeah,
because like at this point, whatever happens, happens.
that's
you know?
right.
Yo, grab me some chair. Or cans, whatever.
If you need this chair, you can
No,
grab
you're
it.
good.
And so what is this doing to keep the wind away?
Yeah, we're trying to block the wind from
Right.
it.
I think that's good.
Yeah, we just want it to burn up.
Yes. Otherwise the smoke will get on it, potentially. Wow. It's so beautiful. Yes.
Kind of just coming from this way.
Do we need to block any other side?
I don't think so. I'll just leave it.
Okay.
It's burning pretty straight up.
Yeah, that's
all.
what we're looking for is an upward fire.
Yeah. I mean, I can intently feel the heat
Yeah.
of this.
You know, usually when we do demos, people try to get close, and I'm like,
Don't get-
I'll tell them, and once the fire starts, they're like, oh, I need to move.
Oh yeah. I'm 23 feet away from here, and it's,
The worst part is
feel
when we
it.
do that inside. And that we
Oh, yeah.
stay in there. Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I believe it. It's
Yeah, I'll show you a video. We did a firing where we did 2 of these in the shed at the same time, and we burned the ceiling. We melted a trash can.
Yeah.
It got to the point where we just shut the door and walked out.
Oh wow.
But if the weather's bad for like extended periods of time, we don't really have a choice. Because with that firing, we did it in November, and it was cold and it was raining, and
Right.
that was the one day we had.
Yeah, and rain is not great.
No,
Rain is definitely not great. I mean, we won it, but not on firing day. And so what is that you have
Or
there?
cornmeal.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We can't forget that this is a spiritual component as well, right?
I've only ever forgotten to do that once, and my piece shattered. So I remember there was one piece I did. We were firing it, I think, the morning of market. Well, it was the morning before market, and we were doing it at like 4 in the morning. And it was a red piece, and it wasn't very big, but it was flat. And every time we stopped the fire, we looked in, there was smoke all over it. So we fired it 3 times, and then eventually we ran out of time. So I wrapped up the piece. It was still smoky. I checked it the next day. It fully shattered all over the bottom of it.
Wow.
And I just didn't see any of it because I was looking from the top. Yeah, that was unfortunate, but
Yeah. Yeah, that has to be painful.
it is. But I think it's also learning lessons. My mom had told me when I fired the piece, she said, did it shatter? And I was like, how'd you know? She's like, well, I saw how you made it and the shape of it. She's like, that was gonna shatter when you made it. And I was like, why didn't you tell me? And she said, those are lessons you never forget. I was like, yeah, but
Yeah, Mom.
but yeah, I've never had that mistake again.
Yeah. Well, she is right. I mean, there is.
I mean, it's the way that she learned. Like, our mom has always been more hands off with it, of like, after we make a piece, if it doesn't come out or something's wrong, she'll tell us after the fact what happened, which I would say is something that most artists don't get.
No.
So we're very lucky to have all of her knowledge.
Yeah, it's almost like letting your kid fall down.
Yeah.
You know, get on the bike and go and just,
Right.
you know, they're probably going to get hurt a little bit, but you know it's better for them.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and the thing is, even though like we come from a big pottery family,
Yes.
most of us learn a lot of what we do on our own. Like we all get certain fundamentals from each other over time, but that's why a lot of our family's work differs in style, because we're all just exploring and trying to figure out what works for us, and it ends up informing our pieces.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like I know with my Aunt Lou, she's well known for those big
Yeah,
service
she
jars.
is.
She taught herself to do that. She didn't, like, nobody sat down with her and like taught her to build it. She just went home with a bunch of clay and figured it out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, she's a terrific artist.
yeah. I love talking to her about pottery because she is the biggest pottery nerd.
She is, yeah.
It's fun to talk to people that like really have an appreciation for the work.
I bought one of her big pieces. I was still a doctor in the military, and I ordered it I said I'd like to get a big red pot, you know, and about 2 years later, I got a phone call, and it's like, there's somebody that wants to talk to you that's about a pot, and I go, what is that? And then it was like, yeah, this is Luann. I've got your pot.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
No, I've heard that story a million times.
Yeah.
Different relatives of mine, like years of no conversation, and them being like, "I have your pot."
Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, okay.
Yep.
And it was like $3,800. It was a lot back then. That's
Yeah.
like 30 years ago
Yeah,
or more. Actually, that's more than 30. It's closer to 40 years ago.
yeah,
And I was like, okay, I get it. I'll get that money.
yeah.
And she just, yeah, she sent it. She didn't even want. She's like, no, I'll send it. Just send me a check.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's hard for potters because, like, one, we have shows that happen throughout the year that we need to supply for, but for me personally, when I look at commissions, it's like you really want to make it special for the person because you're making it for them specifically.
Right.
But then it's difficult because you don't know, like, there's not a lot of conversation that happens with that often. So it is it's an ordeal, but it's good though, because I think that artists should work with people directly. That's the beauty of market. People can go out to Indian market and meet the artists and develop relationships with them.
Yeah, it's so important.
Like some of our collectors we've worked with for 40 plus years.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Well, there's a film that they play at the DeYoung Museum on Pottery, and on that film is Kathleen, my wife, and myself, and Charles is about 9 months or 8 months in utero.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're talking to Luann, and
Yeah.
you know, and my wife's very, very pregnant, and so he's here filming right now.
That's awesome.
So he's been going to Indian market before he was officially born. Isn't that crazy?
It's the same for us. I mean, I've been to every market since I have existed. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
We used to go as kids, and I thought my mom would sell out quickly, you know.
Yeah.
We'd be home by 9.
Yeah.
And I thought that was what market was.
That was just kind of
I thought
normal.
everyone did that. So then when I started doing market, I was like, it's 9. What's
Why
going on?
am I
Right.
still here?
why am I still sitting here? Yeah, I always knew to go to your mom's booth early because she'd be gone by noon
Yeah.
or before, and I wanted to see what the pots were.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think market can be hard because there's so many artists. I try to tell people to develop a plan, like pick the artists that you really want to see, go to them first,
Right.
pick them in order of priority.
That's right.
Yeah, that's tough. I never
Yeah.
thought of it that way.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Well, I'll sit down with people with a map and then like go through the numbers and highlight for them which artists and write down the names.
Yep.
So we have some collectors with like families who do it.
Right,
And
yeah.
they'll each send a family member to a different booth.
Yep.
And then they'll all communicate on little walkie-talkies.
It makes sense.
It's always interesting when you're doing business with a 10-year-old. And they're like, I think
Oh.
my daddy wants that one.
Oh
I'm like,
my
well, we
gosh.
should make sure.
Yeah, that's funny. And Joe, will you have pieces? Will you have a booth set up at market? Or
So
how
I do have a booth this year, but I decided this year that I wanted to bring all of my pieces to the gallery.
Yeah.
Because for one, I have 3 pieces I'm working on, and we don't know what the results will be. But I like market, but there's a certain stress that comes with it that I'm not always excited for.
Yeah, I get it.
Of like, there's like thousands of people going through market. A lot of people pick up your pieces,
Right.
and I'm always the one that's sitting at the booth making sure that doesn't happen.
Right.
But it's a different environment in the gallery for me, because me working at the gallery, I also can work with the collectors individually and
Right.
Plus, I kind of feel like for me personally, because I guess technically I'm in the earlier part of my career, even though I've done this for a long time. I'll take as much advertisement as possible. So it's worth more to me to have Charles have those pieces to work for future advertising
Yeah, that's smart.
than it is to sell
I
at
get
the
it.
booth. But for artists that work full time, they do both. So they
Yep.
bring some pieces to Charles and then they do the booth.
Yeah, I think both are important,
Yeah,
but you have such a connection with the gallery. It also makes sense what you're doing.
yeah. Because usually artists are selling at market so they can work with the collector directly, and that's their one time of the year to see the collectors.
Yeah.
For me, I see them every day.
Yeah.
So I don't I'm kind of in a unique spot.
Yeah, you are actually. And you work at both galleries too, right?
Well, so I'll work at the Scottsdale Gallery when there's a big show. Like
Yeah, 'cause
usually
I've
I'll
seen
go
you
down
there.
for the herd.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm mainly in Santa Fe.
Yeah.
My official title is Santa Fe's gallery director, so I make sure everything keeps going while Charles is gone.
Well, it's nice too that you work there as the manager because you're a potter.
Yes,
You
exactly.
can talk to the people about this adroitly.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
then
what
people
this
can
is.
trust that I know what I'm talking about
Yeah.
because I've produced my own work.
Yeah, and if you don't believe it, watch this video and
Right.
watch him doing it.
Yep.
Though Serge is doing most of the work, it
I
seems
know.
like at this point in time. He's like, hey man, what about me?
Well,
So just younger.
I just
Yeah.
have a lot of experience on these red ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
well, you
Serge
make
does a lot
pots
of-
too, right, Serge?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Serge was smart, and he fired all his stuff like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
yeah, he's been done.
he's
so.
been
Yeah.
cruising.
That's funny.
But he's been gracious enough to give
help
us his
us, yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's kind of like, we all help each other, which
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
Because like those black firings, it's really hard to do it with a small amount of people. We've all done it, but we always regret it afterwards.
I mean, I fired some pieces almost this size, just myself in there,
Yes.
and it almost killed me. And I won't do it again. I'll wait for Serge to come up and Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you already have the anxiety of doing it, and then to have the physical component and the heat component as well. That's a lot.
And then if we're firing like several days in a row, that like physical toll builds up
I'm
because
sure.
we're lifting heavy items,
Right.
We did 2 black firings yesterday.
big ones. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for those bigger ones, we use about 5 to 6 cans of manure,
Wow.
and those get to like 60 to 80 pounds.
Wow.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
If it's not fresh.
Yeah. I mean,
I've been trying, because we recycled the manure, I've been trying to get a fresh batch.
I think
so
those
it's
are
not
more
so
like
heavy.
40
Yeah.
to
Because
50.
there's times it's gone over 100 pounds, one of those cans,
So,
because of all the dirt it'll pick up.
yeah. Where do you get your manure? What horses you have? You don't have to.
No, locally, there's
Yeah.
a guy here who, he has a bunch of horses, and he'll save it for me.
Nice.
there have been times where we've been in a pinch and we've just like looked or like put messages out on like social media.
Yeah.
Like, anybody with horses.
Luckily, I think we found a source now, and we're covered for a while.
Yeah, that's funny.
And if we can keep the manure without losing a lot, that's the new key.
That's a big
So I'll
development.
rake
for
all
us.
this up, and
Yeah.
then I'll put it through a filter so I can get all the ash and stuff out,
Right.
and charcoal, and we can reuse it as long as it's bone dry again.
Oh, that's interesting.
But that's how it got heavier all those years. Like, here's one right here. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Just so you see. Watch. Try to feel how heavy this is. Just try and.
Oh, I can already tell.
I mean, this is
Oh, yeah.
the old stuff. And that was us lifting that.
Yep.
So
And
that's
I
why
used to lift weights.
That's why it's in here, because we're not dealing with that anymore.
Oh yeah.
Serge, myself and Serge have hurt our backs too many times.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't think about that as being a potter, right? But the physicality.
Well, I will say so. Our mom always wanted to have girls, and she was talking to Margaret about it, and
Yeah.
she said like, "Oh, I really wanted girls," and Margaret said, "Just wait till you have to fire. Wait till you have to dig clay. You'll appreciate having all your boys."
That's funny.
Because we do everything. Like our mom at this point more calls the shots, and she's always with us when we're firing. But
Right.
we like for her own health, we try to make sure she's not actually doing anything in the firing, and
Right.
Yeah, she actually has a sinus infection right now.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
she
wow.
can't come.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yesterday was the first day we fired 2 of her pots
Without
without
her.
her here. First
Yeah.
time ever.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a
Wow.
little stressful, but
Oh, I bet it was horribly stressful.
More
I-
stressful when it's not your own, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then more stressful when it is yours.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
it's kind
for
of
sure.
like Serge definitely does most of the reds, but I also just don't want to be involved because
I've
it being my piece.
determined Surge is more fire retardant.
Well, don't you find it true that some people just have a knack for doing the firing component? Like
Oh, yeah.
Popovy was like terrific at
Yeah.
firing, right?
And us, when we do the black, you'll see in there, for years, like when Joe was going to college and law school, it was just me and Serge doing it.
Yeah.
And we can almost not even talk ever. And just,
It took me a really long time to be confident, to not have to ask them, is this done?
Yeah.
He
So
knows now.
there was a huge learning curve.
I bet.
But I think if you could hire someone to help you and you could do it on your own, you don't need anyone.
I think Serge of all of us is the most willing to take risks and try different things. Like for this type of firing, we had a couple years where we were under firing and then
Yes.
having to do multiple fires because we weren't putting enough wood, but we thought it was enough wood. So Serge started cutting like big pieces of wood and
Right.
being like, let's see what the limit is. And now he knows.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Serge is
That's the
risk.
only way you find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but it's scary.
Meanwhile, everyone in the family would be like, that's too thick. And you'd be like, I'm not firing it again.
Well, and like an example, we have another box. This is a newish box.
Right.
We have another box that's so mangled, but it's the only one I'll fire in because I know it's been successful so many times.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we have like 8 of these we've made,
Wow.
and
We
we
need to
never
start
use
using
them,
them.
and we need to start using them.
So he uses my pieces for
Yeah,
that
Joe's
process.
is the test. so.
Is that right?
No, this one's been used like 4 or 5 times.
No, if it was still shiny, I'd be
It
like,
was
put it back.
lit.
If it was still super shiny.
Yeah, lid's a little.
And so, why do you do that, Serge?
I was just showing
He was
that
pointing out that the lid wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
so-
no longer square with the box.
The
Oh, yeah,
lids
there
start
you
to
go.
buckle.
All right.
It got so hot and warped.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think that's the thing we lose the most is the lids.
Yeah.
They just start warping.
All right, let's
And I'm
take
sure
this
there's a
out.
part of you that, just wants to get it done and get into it, but you have to let it play out how it's going to play out, right?
Yeah. That's where, for me, the spiritual aspect comes in. Just having faith.
Yeah.
No,
I get it. Well, it is a spiritual thing. I mean, even for me, I feel it. Wow.
Should I put it a little farther away?
Huh?
Should I put it farther away?
No, it's fine.
So we're pulling the wood away so it doesn't smoke on the piece.
I see. So for those who are just listening and you hear quiet, what that is that they're clearing all the charcoal off from underneath the box, the metal box, because once they open it up, if any of that smoke from that gets on the pot, just even the smallest amount, it'll turn it partially black. Then they'll have to refire the pot to get it off. They'll have to double or even triple fire, depending on what it is. And do you ever do sienna pots?
Yeah. Occasionally.
We're gonna open it in a second.
If you want to come see.
If you want to come see.
Yeah.
I'll
Can
blow
someone-
that off.
I hate this part.
Yeah, it makes me lightheaded.
It makes me like it. That's why I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is the moment of truth to some extent, right?
Keep going.
Oh, it's hot.
Just lift the lid up. Don't tilt it.
You want to do it?
Oh, he's got it.
All right.
You guys can come. We're probably going to have to look inside.
Yeah.
So tell us if it. Oh, it
Okay.
looks great. See, it's darker because it's so hot.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
going to lighten up that polish.
Oh, yeah, that's
Okay, put it back on.
beautiful.
That it will get more red and
Yeah.
deep. It's just so hot right now.
So
Yeah.
we check it right now because if it's under fired, we're just going to start it again.
Yes. Yes. That
Until
makes
it's
sense.
done.
And you see, I do the whole process again.
Yep.
Everything.
So I always cut wood for 2 fires.
Yeah.
Just in case.
What's the most times you've had to fire?
3.
3.
I actually did 2 out here.
Yeah.
I stacked 2 of these on top of each other,
Right.
and because the piece was 19 inches, and the whole top would not fire.
Right.
So we did it in the shed with the boards instead of in the box, so
Yeah.
we could see the piece.
Wow.
but it took 3 fires.
It came out.
We're always so hesitant to put enough, like too much wood.
Yeah,
We
Yeah.
don't want to overfire
Can't
it.
fix that.
Yeah, because you can do that.
And we can, if it's under, we can redo
Right.
it. I mean, it does increase the chance of cracking,
Right.
but if you overfire it to start, it's just done.
Yeah.
It's cooked. You can't.
And do you ever attempt to try to get like a gunmetal?
I would say we get gunmetal.
Try to, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Trying
we,
to do
we
it.
do sometimes.
We
but
get it occasionally
Yeah.
on accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't ever try to do
Yeah.
it.
There was a time, I think it was either last year or the year before, we had one black firing to do, and they all had like medium-sized pieces, and I
Right.
had a miniature.
Right.
So they put my miniature in with all of the bigger pieces, and I was like, I was sad about it, but I wasn't there to help do another fire, so I just waited for the results, and it came out like the most beautiful gunmetal color.
Yeah. Did that make you want to do it again?
No.
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 Too risky for one thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's some artists that do gunmetal intentionally, but
Yeah.
those artists I know they lose like 40% of their pieces.
Wow.
So that's a lot of time spent. And for us, with the carving and the polishing, it takes a really long time to finish one piece.
Yeah, it's not just like it's a polished pot.
Right.
It's a
Yeah, we know we have to do most of the work before we even finish it, and
right.
that's months, if not a year, lost. So
Yeah. You can't
Yeah.
afford to do that.
No.
No, it makes no. Yeah, I get it. You look at all those beautiful pots that like Popovi fired, and you just wonder how he.
yeah, I mean
Yeah,
the thing is with them, like in Maria's generation, they would fire 30 pieces at a time
Yeah.
and lose like 10.
Yeah.
So they were okay with experimenting, and Popovi got it down pretty well.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's one of the few that perfected it.
Yeah.
But
But it was a different time. For
It was,
sure.
yeah.
And the dynamics were different and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think for us, most of us will get around 10 to 20 pieces a year. And fortunately for us, there's a pretty high demand from collectors. So if we lose pieces, then there's a lot of collectors that have to wait 2 years, 3 years to get
Wow.
a piece. So,
Yeah, that's a lot.
yeah.
It's an incredible amount.
Yeah.
And how many pieces would you say you lose?
Well, I mean, it really just depends on any given year. Like for this year, we've done pretty well so far, but last year we lost 4 major pieces.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I think that was largely from how much it rained and just the weather during that whole summer, which we appreciate rain, but just everywhere outside of the property, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it really depends on the year. I've lost pieces over the years, and it doesn't ever get easier, but I think it makes you appreciate when the pieces come out that
Yeah.
much more.
Yeah.
So
And I think collectors need to understand that
Yes.
this is, you know, when you're traditionally firing, you have a percent that you're going to lose.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a given. We've done a lot of innovations over the last like 20, 30 years, but still, even with that, it's never guaranteed.
Yeah.
So
And you want to keep it traditional, just as you
Right.
blessed it with the cornmeal.
yeah, yeah. And my mom tells us a story of in the past she had fired here, and one of her neighbors had walked onto the property, and he thanked her for firing it this way, because he said he was worried that people wouldn't fire it like that anymore, and he wants people to keep doing it.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
it's, I mean, for us, like, yeah, it's making art, but it's also a cultural responsibility.
Absolutely.
So someday we'll teach other people to do this, and they'll teach the next generation.
That's right.
So
And it's just, this is how it's done.
yeah, which I think that was always Margaret's hope, that her kids would do it, and then they would teach their kids, and so
Yeah.
on. So
Well, so far so good.
yeah.
I don't see that ending either.
No, not at all. No, and I think
Yeah.
in the last 10 years, there's been a huge uptick of young artists making pottery. So it's hard when you're young because, one, there's no guarantee. You're putting much more time into trying to perfect pieces than somebody that's done
Right.
it for a long time, and you're not making as much as they are on pieces. But we always try to remind young artists that those older artists were in our position
Yes.
when they were our age.
That's right.
So
Always.
it's kind of paying your dues and just continuing to persevere. So, because you can be really successful with this work, but it takes dedication.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You're an artist.
Yeah.
I mean, being an artist is a very tough road.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
that's
It
just
is
the way-
often a thankless job, and
Yeah.
I think thankfully with pottery, people understand just the difficulty and the history of it. So, which is why we also try to talk to people as much as we can to explain to them the process. We do a lot of demos.
Yeah.
Our last demo we had 30 people.
Wow.
So, yeah, we have a mission of informing people.
I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I one of the great things for coming out here, my son has never got to see this.
Oh, okay.
You know, so this is his first firing. Well, you didn't see Susan Falwell, did she? You didn't see her fall. Yeah. So I remember seeing my first one and going, "Ooh,
Yeah.
this is a lot of work here."
Yeah. Yeah, I think
No wonder I love this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, for us, that like excitement never really dies. Like we're just as excited as everybody else while it's happening.
Right.
So,
Well, and I think that's one of the things, at least I hope people take away from this, is that it's really a gift. It's a sacred place and a sacred thing to come see. Like, first thing I ask before I get on property or on property is this okay
Right.
to me to do this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because I understand this is like, it's not only the firing is part of the process, but it's also culturally sensitive.
yeah, I think it's always been kind of a constant journey of how much do we want to share and
Yeah.
how much do we want to preserve. But I mean, I think that it is important for people to know just how much goes into it.
Yes.
And I think that conversation is always developing of how much do we like need to share in order to explain to people just how much there is to it.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, we're really open to it. We're glad to show people and work with people and just have them see, because usually after somebody sees a firing, their whole perspective changes on it.
Absolutely.
Because hearing it is one thing, but seeing it is completely different.
And feeling it.
Yeah. And feeling it. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'm looking at your
Yeah, I'm still
sweat's
sweating.
going down everywhere. Your glasses are covered in smoke.
I'll just be sweating until the next fire and then right back at it.
And you'll do 2 today? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna start the next one soon.
All right,
Yeah, let's,
cool.
let's do it.
Yeah, all right.
We'll just use those a different time.
What do you mean?
Because if it starts going bad, I'm gonna start cussing.
No one's gonna come.
No one worries.
Here, wait, leave that one on top.
Shit.
Okay. You got the flame?
The what?
We're starting to search.
I'm just going to pull it out.
Oh, I
It's
see
you,
what
my
you meant.
phone. Oh. What? All right, just put it off this side. Joe, get the. Just put it out. Make sure the thing's level and not shaky. It's shaky.
Yeah.
I want it to move.
Hold on.
Nope. Nope. No. Back towards me here. What do you think?
We could use it more to the right here, just for the manure sake.
Yeah, no, it needs to be level. Well, you go back to where you were. You had it.
It's good, dude. It's a little water.
Here, Serge.
Let's see this go.
It's not that hot.
Have a look.
It looks good from this side, but I can't see the other angle.
It's a little tilted. It's low on this side.
There
This
you
looks
go.
better. Yeah.
How's it look? Looks good. Okay. Joe, get the door. Serge, just grab the shirt. Oh boy.
Close.
Okay.
Just gonna bring it out of there so you can get it before it's fired.
Oh, no, no.
Wait, maybe a little.
Close the door slowly. That's good. Let's get the lid on. Remember fat part on this corner because it dips down. No, other way. Yep. Nope. Yep. Here. Light a little.
I have a lighter.
Just put something to start it.
So we're gonna build up the fire slowly.
It is already hot. We used to do, a while ago, me and Serge and our mom, sometimes Joe, 8 or 9 firings in a day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just remember we would fire, I'd go lay down inside, drink water, fall
Right.
asleep, get back up, do it right away.
Wow. It's a beautiful pot.
It is.
I thought the pot said that. That freaked me out.
We're fighting here? All right, that's good.
It's interesting to watch it change color.
Yeah, we want it to just slowly warm up,
Yep.
and then the soot will start to encapsulate the whole piece.
Yes.
And once we get to a certain point, then we'll really start building this up.
You must be really good at campfires.
We are. We're
I
pros.
I'm
bet.
good at putting them out.
It seems rare today for people.
Too soon.
Yeah, we have you guys blocking this area because we need the fire to keep going up.
Yes. Otherwise you shut this thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
well-
so hot with that door closed.
We try to keep it open because
Right.
it gets really hot in here.
I can tell.
I think this is our last larger
Yeah.
firing.
The rest of them are miniatures or small pieces.
So we'll use a different, smaller grill. Won't quite get as big.
Do you ever name your pots, give them titles?
I'll give
I
them
do.
titles, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like they're very deserving of
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you know?
I think our work is a little more, especially contemporary work is more illustrative and there's kind of a story that's being told with the piece. So, I think in the past, people wanted the classic water jar or the plainware piece, but for us, every piece tells its own story. But I usually don't come up with a name until the piece is done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Because it'd be like naming something and then it not existing, you know?
Ah,
So-
makes sense, yeah. Yeah, it has to be born first.
Yeah. We have 14. And then those ones.
Yeah. Those are like corner throw-in emergencies. One shorter. All right, we're gonna stuff it.
Do you want me to put some in on this side?
Put it up.
Yeah. Not me. Did you put them back in here?
No, that's fine. I got these ones. Oh, they were probably over there.
No,
Need a
trade these?
right glove.
Huh?
Oh, you.
I'm gonna go outside and look.
We're good. We have enough.
He's looking for a glove.
Oh,
We don't have any right ones.
block, block,
Can
block.
you guys block a little more? The fire is moving that way.
There we go.
Cool. It really does make a difference. Usually when we have people watching, we'll tell them, you get to help us firing.
Right.
So they get to be a part of the process.
All right. Let's throw some more wood. Serge, make sure you. Oh, I was gonna say you make sure you get some in the center, but just get the outside, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
I don't want too much because this isn't that. It's not very thick.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, let's get those sides up. Start with your side. Check the boards though, Joe. Here. So we're trying to pick the best boards with the least, with no sap.
Yeah. 'Cause if the sap heats, it'll
You have another
explode.
good one?
This
one will work.
That's the best one.
Just put it on the corner. All right, let's get the sides set up and the crates.
Do you have a crate on that side?
Now we do.
Yeah, I don't want to get that. Should I grab it?
You want to do the manure or the boards?
I'll do the manure.
Okay.
Still Jeff left. It's gonna be about 45 seconds. Make sure we have a gap in the board. Black. We try and push down up a little bit. Thank you. I'm gonna wear a hat. I know. Still black. Started yet. It will. No, it's good. We got time. Still right. We got more ways. I'm gonna take more ways. Let's do one more time. Yep. Okay, go around. I'll watch this side. Yep, starting to come onto my side. Okay, it's gonna be on this side first. This corner. Yo, I need you to fix the floor. Go around the circle. I got a black. Yeah, that's gonna get that good. Is it coming around yet? Can't tell. It looks black. It's too many flames. This is gonna get too black. It's still black on the side. Well, good. Yeah, this is starting too. Okay. Watch. Yo, get this one, please. Oh. Alright, I got the tip around for that. Yep. Alright, well, that's going to be ready here any second. Hey, this is going to be any second now. You're ready to pour it though. Here's your. Yeah. No, I want you to cover this side. Hold fast. Go ahead. Jump. Just straight down. Good job. All right. Keep checking it over there. This is going to get done next go. That's almost done. Yeah, this right here. Everywhere. Right here. Jump. Good. Starting to burn, yeah. I think it's pretty good. Cover it here. Right. Dump it on this side. Jump. Good job. How's your side? Is your side done? Yeah. Okay, cover it, Joe. Let me put a board. That one, it looks good. One more, hold on. Okay, it's over. Go. Go. Sorry. Get that up with the boards. Oh, my God. Here, let me go. So the corners are on the oven. You might want to put these in, Chris. Ah, my hands. Oh my gosh.
This one. Well, when you pushed it, you adjusted it. Right oh. There at the top. Corner. All right. Yeah, put it on top of it. No. Fix that.
Grab this one.
I got it.
Okay. Ow.
Sorry. Can you maneuver up on the corners? Yeah. Where's the last can?
Right here.
There's more than the last can. There's one underneath that one to begin with.
Just a little more than this. So that side the carbon didn't go.
Yeah, this side wasn't going up as much. I mean, it was like how far? It was the dragon was.
It was done. It's just inside the carbon.
Oh yeah. That by the time you got it up, that burned out. Yeah. No, it was still like halfway, maybe a quarter.
Oh, but
Go outside.
it'd get me in trouble.
Got any gas? Manageable. Got a little bit here.
Right now?
Huh?
Right now or later?
After you cover. Almost done. spread it all around. It's not all big. Just spread it. Thank you. Whatever you have left. I can grab the other one if you need. We also have a bunch on the bottom. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, we'll just get the bottom. Yeah, we did it. That was easier for me the other day. I don't know, I was still super sick.
Right.
Pass out.
I can see you would pass out. Unbelievable.
That's good. We're good. Top, top. Okay, good go. There's the show.
We can unblock now. We can.
Yeah.
Okay.
All good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down for a minute.
Now we wait. Now Joe's on smoke control.
So how long will you wait for?
2 hours.
2 hours.
We used to do 45 minutes, but
They
we
don't all
found
come
the
out
fire
at
goes
once.
out
Yes.
more after 2 hours.
Right.
So we have less of a risk of it flaring back up.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's
I appreciate
okay.
it.
So 2 hours you wait.
And then we'll all cover
Yeah.
it.
Look.
Oh, I really,
Yeah. Two hours and
I've
then.
singed my hair off so many times over the years.
Uh-huh.
he still has hair.
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about mine.
It's just
We don't know about
summer.
Serge. We haven't
I have
seen.
all my hair.
All right.
I haven't washed it so many times in 1 week.
So 2 hours, then you'll come back and then you
We'll pull everything out,
Yeah.
even the wood, everything. It's just the piece in the crate. And we'll put these metal tins around it
Yes.
and let it cool down slowly, which will probably take another, I mean, if you're here, I don't know how long you're staying. When we pull it down, you'll see the piece,
Right.
but then it'll take maybe 2 hours, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Up to that time to cool down enough to pack it.
So 2 hours is the unveiling.
Yeah, we'll open that one earlier.
Yeah, this is usually lunchtime.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And yeah, when do you open that?
We'll probably,
We're just gonna gauge it by temperature.
we can probably check it now just to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Should be redder than it was earlier.
Yeah, it usually looks pretty dark when you first open it.
Yep. Ooh.
Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty.
Fired good.
Yeah, very nice.
Mine came out good.
Yeah,
First
that's a
thing I
good
do
one.
when we do these reds, I look on the inside
Yeah.
because you got to make sure that burns out too.
All right. Thank you guys. That was just like it felt like an opera watching it. It really did.
Yeah.
Like,
no, people say it's like a dance.
oh, it was definitely a dance, for sure. But one that's very frantic and.
It's a little different because my mom's not here.
Yes.
Usually she's the one. She'll be kind of what I was doing, where you
Orchestrating.
check to see if it's
Yeah.
done, and then I don't know. It's weird without her.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. It looked like you guys knew exactly what you were doing.
Yeah, it only took
Completely.
us 10 years of yelling at each other to get
Yeah,
it right.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's a huge advantage to be able to have that innate sense of being able to just almost look at each other and know what needs to be done. Just hand motions and
Yeah, we figured out who's good at what.
Yes.
So we'll just keep them on that. Because if all three of us are trying to do something else, we're in the way. Yesterday it was a little crazy.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
We were
look,
all too tired.
it looked very well orchestrated and really like you've been doing this for many decades, which you have.
Yeah.
Save our best firings for the camera.
Getting older.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
feel it.
Chris, you're 30.
I know, but I've been firing for 20 some years.
Yeah, no.
I feel like that takes a toll.
Well, it does. Yeah, I mean,
I can't handle the heat like I used to.
yeah.
It starts to get hot in there.
Wait till you get to your 40s and 50s.
And I have pictures of me when like 10 years ago by the fire, and I could just camp there
Right.
without moving.
Right. Yeah, it's physically difficult for sure. So you've done the firing, and this is the unveiling. You've got to come and see. Let's see that. Oh yeah, look at that. That's fantastic. That's amazing, right? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the micaceous top.
I know.
That's really chill.
Thank you.
And that blue slip.
Yeah, it's like a blackish blue.
Yeah, that's really wild.
It's a great color scheme.
So how do you feel, Joe?
On top of the world.
It's pretty great when that happens, isn't it?
I see light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
so you take this, you've got it. This one's actually you're gonna take to the gallery.
Yes.
So, when will Charles get to see something like that?
Either tomorrow or Thursday.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure it's warm enough because it's cold in the gallery. So
Oh, it is. Yeah,
if
that's
I
right.
put it
That would be
under
horrible.
cold air, yeah. There's been times where I fired like a couple hours before bringing him in the gallery, and I've told him put it in the warmest room.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, Chris was sharing a story like that where it blew up when you brought it in when he went to the wrong place. Well, you can leave it out here; it'll do fine.
Yeah.
Leave it on that table.
Oh,
All right.
Leaving it, yeah.
That's fantastic. All right, one down. Look at you, Chris.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm just getting tired.
Yeah. And you guys are going to do another firing?
No,
Okay, this is it.
this is it, thankfully.
Yeah. All right. I love to watch like the manure just goes.
I can.
So is in some ways this the most anxious part of the whole thing?
Kind of.
I mean,
I would say like the actual firing, where, when we covered it, I saw it was still there, so that made me
right.
happy. But I mean, I won't really know till tomorrow.
Right, because you still have to get it out, let it cool in the whole thing, right?
Yeah, and I won't check it closely till tomorrow.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, starting to get too tired to be anxious.
Yeah, well, you mature too, right?
Yeah,
All right,
sometimes.
I'll shut up and let you guys do your job.
This part's a little less stressful.
Wow, the steam coming off, it's amazing. of the wood.
Yeah. I'll get the wood with you. Where are we putting the hot stuff? In this one? In the can, yeah. Get the tins. Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't know there's two. There's one more. Can we get the lid? We gotta get. Got it? I don't want it loose. You want on top? Looks good. Yeah. Okay. Here you go.
Try to leave it a little open so
Yeah.
you could see it, but
Yeah.
we really have to cover it again
No.
from the wind.
Yeah, we got it. No.
because we've actually had pieces that cracked.
Right then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be just horrific.
Because we were like, oh, it's fine. you
Yeah,
know?
no. No, this is your life.
Well, I can't imagine how many hours they put into that pot.
Oh, I can imagine. I know it's a lot. And then you know what? When you see this kind of component of what you have to do, it
Yeah.
really just brings it to life, like what's involved, how
Right.
hard this is, you know?
Yeah.
This, and how many generations it takes to get to this point, you know, where you can even do this.
Right.
I mean, it's just, I was
Yeah.
telling Charles and Josh coming out, this is the most fun I've had since I've been in Santa Fe the whole trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, just this, yeah. It says it grounds me back to the stuff that really got me interested in this
That's
when I
cool,
was a
yeah.
kid, you know? To
Yeah,
see it.
sometimes I've had people ask, why don't you just kiln fire it? And we've never even been taught that way. This is easier for
Yeah,
us than kiln fire.
yeah. And it's not traditional,
No,
you know, and
that was always the number one rule. Keep it traditional.
yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. I see it. Anybody who watches this and sees it for, I don't even think if you're buying pottery as a collector, and I'll say this to the people out there, if you're buying pottery, you have to go see a fire ring because you just don't understand what's involved, how much of what you have to do occurs right here.
Yeah, and a lot of the risk is in the firing
Yeah,
because a lot of people will just
yeah.
kiln fire it because they don't
Yeah.
want to risk it.
Yeah, you should have like video playing at your booths when you're out there showing them
Yeah.
I mean, I know what's involved, but even so, seeing it in reality again is just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it just blows my mind, honestly.
I mean, this is the only way I've known how to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not like crazy to me.
No. But I get it. Yeah, look at that. That's just amazing. Goodbye.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out of here. Yeah, right. So, what's next? When are you going to fire next? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow's feast day, so
It is
nobody's
feast day.
firing.
Yeah,
And then Thursday we'll fire. one more.
Thursday you'll
Yeah.
fire. And then the show is Saturday,
We
right?
have a show on Friday at King Galleries.
Yeah.
And then Indian Market Saturday and Sunday.
So, do you, you're going to have work out on the plaza, right?
Yeah.
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 What booth are you in?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
All right.
I could check real quick.
With respect to where you were last year.
We're on Lincoln.
Yeah, you were where your mom was last year. Is that the
yeah.
same place?
Yeah, we share a booth.
Okay, I know exactly where it was.
I don't know the exact number. But
Yeah, I don't either.
I
But
should.
it's on
I've
the.
been there for the last 4 years.
Yeah. And you'll have how many pieces will you?
I'll have 8.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, I spent the whole summer working.
Yeah, so that's like June, July, August, 3 months worth.
May, June, July.
So yeah.
Yeah, I usually try and take time off because I get burnt out.
Right.
But this year I really wanted to. Last year I didn't enter market. I gave my pieces to the gallery.
Yep.
And I lost 2 major pieces last year.
Mm.
So this year I really wanted to just see what would happen at market if I
Right.
gave it my everything.
Yeah. Oh, so this is.
So
Did you enter anything into the judging at all this year?
I will tomorrow.
You will.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I'll be there at the for that. We provide the funds for Best of Show.
Well, you'll see them there then.
So yeah, we get to see
Yeah.
them first.
They're they stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be interested. Maybe we'll get to see you on the stage.
2026 Best of Show winner, and this will go to Sergio Lugo. Come to the stage.
I have some pictures I could show you too.
Yeah. I actually would love to see your work.
Okay. But yeah, I didn't make anything major like that because that takes a lot of time. You could either make 4 major ones or make 10 significant ones, but
Yeah.
it's just it's hard to lose a large pot.
Yeah,
I
that
lost 2 last year.
yeah,
I didn't
that was in
really
the
want to do that
firing.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, and I didn't
Devastating.
notice until 2 days after when I uncovered it
Yeah.
because it looked fine. It rang,
Right.
and then I was going over and there was a crack all the way on the outside. It just didn't go all the way through. That's why it still rang.
Wow.
But there's nothing you can do at that point.
No, put it in your.
Yeah, and you can't
Shelf.
reuse the clay either.
No, just put it in your shelf.
I
Maybe.
put it
and
on the
enjoy
mantle and
it.
stare at it.
Yeah.
But lately, I don't see it as a terrible thing because it gives me another chance to do it again and do it better. And I learned what mistakes I made. I knew what I did wrong.
Yeah.
One of them was it cracked on the bottom, and I just sanded it too much. It was too thin,
Ah.
and the fire stressed it out.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell when you're sanding where the weight is, if it's on top, in the center, or the bottom.
Right.
The whole time I thought it was on the bottom, it wasn't.
So it just cracked when the firing.
And I never caught it until the firing.
Yeah. And when you fired, is that when you caught it? Or
Uh,
even before the firing?
I didn't even notice it before the firing.
Yeah.
It looked fine.
Yeah.
It was just way too thin. The fire cracked it.
So I'm sure when you see that pot on your mantle there, it also allows you to reminisce and think and say, okay,
It reminds me to take my time.
right? Yeah. Yeah.
And really, you have to give 100% to every step,
Yeah, that's right.
because if you try and cheat your way out of it, you lose a piece.
That's one thing.
And so these are also lessons learned.
Yeah. What your mom had to say about it?
I don't know if we discussed it.
Yeah.
I kind of just brought it home.
Yeah, it's kind of too painful, I would think, honest, in some
Yeah.
ways, right?
I really don't like to I knew what I did wrong.
You knew.
So
You
I
know.
don't need someone else telling me.
Yeah, I get it.
You
Especially,
did wrong. I'm like, yeah,
especially a master ceramicist who also has to be your mom, happen to
Right.
be your mom.
Right.
Yeah, that makes it harder. Yeah. Yeah, Charles can relate to that, right? So he works with me, and those situations occur where you go, yeah, I know what I did.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't really get angry, but it is upsetting
Of course.
because I think those 2 pieces I had about 200 hours.
Oh, Wow.
And I could have been spending it with my wife or
Yeah, exactly.
something else. So
Yeah.
it's rough.
But this time you got 8 pieces, right?
This time I made 10. 2 are at the gallery.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that will pay for this year's.
Yeah.
They'll do well.
Well, hopefully. We'll see.
They will. Yeah. And if they, for some reason, don't sell, will they all go to the gallery, or will you have some for that people can buy from you too?
Just depends.
Yeah.
Usually I like going through the gallery because I get pictures taken and exposure. And
Yeah, that makes sense. Smart.
Yeah. Well, I know some artists don't like going to the gallery because of percentages,
Yeah.
but I'm fairly new,
Yeah.
so I need pictures and exposure.
Yeah, that's right.
Because without the gallery, I don't think I'd be here now.
Yeah, and that is the top, pottery gallery, period.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
there.
Yeah, well, you made your fortune.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I sell the pots. You made your fortune.
And I'm lucky that they don't tell me, I don't like that, you can't do that.
Yeah, now they won't.
Because I probably would have. I made pottery when I was younger,
Right.
in high school, and I really wasn't selling anything because they were really contemporary. It was more traditional work back, how long ago? 14 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and got a different job as a mailman,
Right.
and I came back 4 years ago to Santa Fe, and there were so many contemporary pieces.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, well, maybe I could try again,
Yeah.
and we'll see what happens. And it's been working out.
Yeah. So you've been doing it again full time for 4 years now?
Yeah, full
Yeah.
time.
Very cool.
But I really do enjoy the traditional designs in pottery.
Mm-hmm.
But in my mind, there's already masters for all of those. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to try and be the master of traditional pottery. There's already masters.
Yeah.
I want to just
Be you.
I want to do traditional techniques, but make something new.
How old are you?
32.
Yeah, you're young.
Yeah.
Yeah, really young.
I don't feel young right now.
No, why? Well, that's because you guys have been
Firing
working
for
all
two.
day firing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not done, right?
No,
I
not
mean,
yet.
yeah, no.
2 more days.
2 more days, yeah. So you get feast day off tomorrow, and then
Mm-hmm.
you crank on Thursday and Friday?
Thursday, we're just firing.
Yeah,
Friday, we will be at the gallery, so
Right.
hopefully nobody has anything to fire.
right.
If we do, we will in the morning.
Yeah.
We've done it before. We've actually fired the night before market,
Yeah, I'm sure.
which is stressful
Yeah,
because, I don't know, you have to unwrap them,
yeah.
and they might crack if you do.
Yeah.
I like to let them sit for at least 24 hours.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, because I already spent 100 hours in that. Give me 24.
Right.
What's 24 more?
Well, that's learning that patience, right?
Yeah, you have to have patience.
Yeah, yeah. I
And-
think being a ceramicist or potter, you really have to learn to be in the moment, I think, and be present,
yeah.
like really present with everything you're doing.
100%.
I mean, when you guys are, like Chris is smiling, but I guarantee there was no smiles in there when you guys were working. You guys were all absolutely focused.
I think we're all a little tired.
Yeah,
But
you
like I
were
said,
all
this is the
just
stressful part.
completely
Yeah.
honed in. It was really, for me, it was like watching a world's expert do something, and I love that.
Yeah.
And I'm watching experts do something that very few people in the world can do,
Yeah.
especially a ballet of what's happening to make this thing occur is like, that's crazy. It's
Well,
amazing
we've
to
been
watch.
firing with each other since we were
Yeah,
teenagers. So
yeah. 25 years, a quarter of a century of this.
It's more than half my life.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and even when you weren't firing as a little kid, you were watching it.
I was helping.
Yeah, doing something. Go get the
I was
firewood.
doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But now that we're all older, we do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, well, she was smart. She had boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. All right, thank you, man. I appreciate
so
it.
much.
Very good.
We'll get this.
I look forward to seeing your work. I'll see you at the market as
Okay.
well.